That was the greatest miracle that he could have done. I could have seen, Mount Everest go skipping across the United States and jump into the ocean, and that wouldn't have done as much for me as him changing me. Well, for those 2 years, like I said, I prayed to him, and he, through his grace and mercy and patience, wooed me, step by step.
I have always said that we're all children. It's just we're children of different ages. And that's great because God himself commanded us to become as little children if we intend to be a part of his kingdom.
I want to say to you kids, and everybody else that wants to be in music or is in it halfway or in it all the way, just don't forget that it's not how perfect you are, and it's not if you make some wrong notes, and it's not if you write some bad songs. It's Jesus. If you're not listening to God, you have nothing worth saying.
I know when I was young, I went to church because I was told I had to go to church. And I developed a relationship with God, but it wasn't necessarily a good one. And I really feel that there are probably a lot of people, a lot of kids in this country that are just dragged to church. They go to church because their parents go to church, and they love God and all that. But I think that the key thing I'd want to tell kids is that God is really...
But at this point, something happened to me. I saw something in my life that I'd never seen before. And I saw that the reason why I'd been given a talent was to glorify God. It was to write music that expressed the love of Jesus, So I was refusing dope. We'd travel in little fields.
I'm thankful that he's my friend and that I can take all my troubles to him. I know that he cares for me, and I can depend on his love for me to see me through. Praise God. We can depend on him.
Their goal was to keep me interested in church, and so, which explains a lot of why my music sounds like it does, because their logic was, well, if it takes a set of drums to keep him interested in the church, we'll bring in a set of drums, or if it takes a bass guitar or a horn man, or
anytime that I can offer my services in that capacity, I am willing to do so. Our group has had opportunity to do missionary work in Europe and in South Africa. And I'll tell you, folks, it never leaves. It never goes away. Once you've had an opportunity to minister to people and to see the film that we saw from Grenada tonight, that really...
I think it goes back to Mom and Dad and our upbringing. We were exposed to, we were brought up in church, but we were also exposed to, my father wasn't in church. He had a very benevolent spirit, but he never stopped us from doing what we were doing, and by us being musicians in the church and the singers.
Plus, my mother loved folk music. She could play fiddle as well as violin. She could you know, my dad is one of those classical musicians that you have to read it off of the page. But my mother could learn how to ad-lib, which is another talent altogether. And she taught me and my sisters how to play basic guitar.